Welcome. My name is Susan Allan, and I am so thrilled that today I'm going to introduce you once again to my friend Christine DiBerardino. And she was on the show September 19th with Howard Wills. And she's going to tell you what has happened to her since then. It is an inspiring, miraculous, and wonderful story. And it's real, and it really happened. Now, this is a story about healing. In 2012, the World Health Organization said that there were 14 million cases of cancer diagnosed worldwide. They have said that in 2025, they expect that there will be 20 million cases of cancer diagnosed worldwide. So that's why we're doing the show today, so that you know that there is a solution, there's an alternative. So Christine, tell us what happened.
Thank you so much, Susan, for having me back. It's really a joy to be here and to be able to share this story. In June, the doctors gave me, or would rather say, what they called stage 4 ovarian cancer. It was very sudden, and my life was basically turned inside out very quickly. 2 hospitalizations, becoming homeless, very quickly having to decide how my daughter was going to be cared for. I have a 34-year-old daughter with a developmental disability, and it was really challenging, even though I'm in the conversation, Susan, to hold on to a belief that there could be something different than what the doctors were saying. What I found from my first introduction to Susan, Reverend Miriam from Center of the Heart introduced me to Susan. I'm so grateful. That first conversation taught me a different language. And I decided that I was on a cancer journey. I wasn't in denial about what was happening because it was my body. I could feel what was happening. But I also knew that I couldn't own it and claim it and make it be part of my world. So what I did was said, I'm on a cancer journey, and the doctors call it stage 4 ovarian cancer, and I did traditional treatment, but I had the opportunity to meet Howard on September 19th. And working in that show that day immediately, I left here, I was completely blissed out. I had just had a round of chemo the day before. I had to go back to the hospital and get a shot to try to keep my blood counts normal. And I walked into that transfusion suite at Cottage Hospital, and I was sharing with the oncology nurses what was going on, and was able to share with another man who was there and I handed out Howard's prayers, and every chance I get, I share the prayers. Every chance I get, I talk about the power of prayer and forgiveness. And while I had a practice before, this practice now daily is about sharing. It's about doing the prayers when I sleep at night. I listen to them subliminally. It's changed my life, seriously changed my life. And
there was the surgery.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So, I went through the process. I had can I back up before the surgery and talk about that night when Howard came to Center of the Heart?
Sure.
He was working in everyone as a group. Well, what I realized that night, I knew it within myself that I was healed. I knew it. It was hard to hold on to that, out in the world and talking to people who are not in the conversation about how our thoughts, our words, and our deeds affect our body and our health. So, but I still, I held on to it, and I continued to do the work, and that meant having surgery. The deal was 6 rounds of chemo. Howard Wills in there, of course, the doctor didn't know that part. They were just stunned. They were stunned by the lab works. They were just stunned.
Yes.
So the surgeon, when I went into surgery, I didn't even know, and he didn't know, if he would have to do a 12-inch incision down my abdomen, because the deal was that we're going to do a full hysterectomy. I was in and out of surgery so quickly because when they went in laparoscopically, they found no cancer. They found dead cancer cells, and they didn't even decide to do a full hysterectomy because there was no cancer. So I remember going to my regular oncologist, and he said, "Congratulations, you're a star." And he goes, "You're making us look good." And I just smiled at him. And I will have more of a conversation with him because he has the ability to touch a lot of lives, obviously. And it's become such a part of my life. I was seeing a hospice spiritual counselor because when I got the news, that was part of the process, right? And so we open and close our sessions with Howard's prayers. And he shared with me the other day that he actually used the prayers at a memorial service where there were a lot of people with disease and illness. And it was really well received. And so I know it's touching lives. People in my life who haven't had a spiritual practice are using the prayers. People are having profound responses even by reading them aloud with me one time. So I am so grateful and so thankful that Howard, yourself, of course, are in my life, and that this work is now something that I can continue to share because it's changed my life, really.
Thank you so much. I just love you. I love every moment I spend with you. I am so grateful that I was able to know you and to make this difference. And see if there's someone you know who could really benefit from learning about Howard and these prayers. And if so, please contact Howard or contact me and I'll get you the prayers.